Hey guys, so here's a little update on my truck. I was getting some driveline vibrations. Let's see. You can see this is the diff right here. I've removed the diff drop. Diff drop goes between the subframe right here and the diff, and it was just like a little aluminum spacer about 1.5 inches thick, and goes right there and right over here between these two. I installed the diff drop kit, but I was still getting some vibrations. I thought you can see the axle angle has a little bit bigger angle again, but after installing it, I was getting a vibration, so I removed it, hoping it would fix the vibrations or make it worse, you know, trying to narrow down the culprit of my driveline vibrations. But it literally made no change. So I did a little research online, and let's see, let's come right over here. You see this, the drive shaft right here. You can see I put these washers up here. You could just order it's called carrier bearing drop kit from online, like 30-40 bucks. But I wasn't sure if that was going to fix my issue, so I just went to Ace Hardware, got a bunch of washers, a longer bolt, and dropped the carrier bearing a little bit. And at first I only ran this is 10 washers right here. I only ran 5 washers, and it fixed my vibrations significantly, but I was still getting a very slight vibration. So I decided to add another 5 just to correct the angle, because before the angle, this angle right here was a lot higher up, which made this going back there a little bit more angle, and I think it was causing some sort of binding somewhere. So I added a total of 10 spacers on this side, or washers, and 10 washers on this side, and that pretty much eliminated all my driveline vibrations while accelerating. But when I was decelerating or braking, I was still getting vibrations right around 25 miles an hour. And to fix that, what I did was, you can see this is the what's it called, the lift block plate thingy. And I don't know if I could get a good angle on this, but if you look closely at it, you can see it has like a slight incline to it. It's a 2-inch block, but you know, it's not even. It's got that slight incline, that slight slant or whatever to it. So reading online, they say that to help with the driveline vibrations, that you would need to literally remove your whole spring, add some shims on this side, and the shims are you know, they're angled, and you want the thicker side towards the rear end and the skinnier side towards the front, so that when you tighten it down, your diff would it'll basically, when you tighten it down, it'll angle it back up, and it'll correct that drive line. So you can see there's still a little bit of angle to it. It's not perfect, but it is good enough that I don't have any more driveline vibrations. So this block kit, make sure you put the thicker side in the back, towards the back of the car, and the smaller, skinnier side towards the front. I initially had it backwards because I thought that would help with lifting the truck a little bit higher, but that ended up giving me you know, all my issues, along with not doing the carrier bearing drop. So when you're installing this rear block, make sure thick sides in the rear. Same with this side. You can see that the thicker side is in the rear. And now I don't even have any vibrations while braking, no vibrations while accelerating. Everything is perfect, like factory. The only difference between my driving experience from before to now is that obviously these tires are a lot more aggressive treads than my stock tires and wheels. And let's see, you can see these have to run a lot of weights to balance out this tire. So I get a very, very slight vibration, in the steering wheel from the tire treads being so aggressive, but other than that, it drives pretty much exactly like factory. Rides really smooth. People say that this upper control arm causes issues. The stock one causes issues when you lift it, and I can see why, because I do get some random road noise when I go over bumps and potholes, and it's because the top of the spindle or knuckle right here is really close to the spring, and when you go over a bump and when the spring fully extends out, this contacts the spring just very, very slightly. You can see it's like there's some rubbing right there, and it gives you a little bit of clunks. If you want to do these upper control arms, I forget what the brand is called, I think SPC or UPC or whatever it's called, that would be a good option to go if you have the money for it. I am going to wait because when I went to get my alignment, my cam bolts, the alignment company said that they're seized in there, so the only way to get them out is to cut it out. And since these lower control arms aren't serviceable, I would have to replace the whole control arm. So I'm just going to drive like this for a little while. I don't do any off-roading or anything, so just drive like this for a while, save up some money, get new control arms, lower control arms, get new upper control arms at the same time, get them installed, and do an alignment at the same time. Because I'm pretty sure if I did just the upper control arms, it would tilt my tire this way, because obviously it's going to push out my tire, and I would have to do an alignment again. Anyways, not needed necessarily unless you do off-roading, a lot of off-roading. But you can see this side has some slight rubbing issues too. Right there is barely contacting. Actually, I think it's lower down here. Yeah, right there, I think is, I don't know, somewhere it's contacting somewhere. And if you want, you could do it. If you're trying to save a few bucks and you don't do any off-roading, just for looks, then you could get away with it for now. But I will replace it eventually, just because they're a little rusty anyways, and I like my ride to be comfortable. So this is a little update. Good luck with your truck and your lift.